Hi. If you read the title, you might already have gathered the most exciting part about this video, but in 1 week today, we are going on a writing retreat and I am nowhere close to ready for it. If you're new here, my name is Marta. I am an aspiring author currently working on a little cozy middle grade witchy fantasy called Project Voice. We are very much in the early brainstorming phase, and I really wish that I wasn't still in the early brainstorming phase, because I was hoping to start drafting this book during my writing retreat, which is in 1 week time. So let me just move this forward a little bit and we can just have a little chat about what's going on and what still needs to happen. So I've been doing a terrible job at ticking these off as I go, but that's alright because we can do it together. So character profiles. If you saw my last video, you will know that while these are not completely done, they have had more than enough work put on them, and I think I'm happy to tick them off. I think I've done enough on them that I can comfortably do draft 1 and that will be fine. Pet profiles are nowhere close to done, and this is actually one of the things I want to figure out this week. I originally wanted my main character to have a magical pet, and I'm kind of hesitating on that. I might not do that, but I don't necessarily need to know what the pet is, because if I include it, it won't be happening until later, so it's an after the writing retreat problem. But I would like to know whether or not he is getting a pet, at the very least. Location profiles, I have done the first half of the location profile, so I know where they're going for the first act, but I don't know all the locations for the second location of the book, effectively. So that's not getting a star, but I'm also not worried about it in terms of the writing retreat. Magic system is also one where it's like half done. I've got the main bulk of the magic system, I just don't have the runes side. So I'm not giving myself a star, but I'm also not worried about it in terms of writing the first act, which is my intention during the writing retreat, is to write act 1. So as long as I have enough for that, we're probably good, but not doing great so far. So jumping around back up here, because they're sort of organized in sections, is list of classes and materials, and I actually have done this one, so I can get a little star. And the school system I have figured out as well, so another star for me. Now we're getting to stuff I'm actually slightly worried about. I do not have an elevator pitch, a synopsis, or an outline. Can probably do without the elevator pitch and the synopsis, but I really do need an outline. I used to be a pantser, I am not a pantser anymore. We need an outline, and we need it by next week. Moving on to my little research section, I've got herbology research, which again I've not done as much of as I wanted to, but I think I have actually done quite a lot of this. I've been doing some reading, some research, watching YouTube videos, and very excitingly, last week I actually went on a foraging walk, which was so much fun. I've never done something like that before. I have decided that I want to get into foraging, but that's a whole nother story. But I have some pretty good ideas for plants that I can now use in the book, and I will probably do more research as I go and try and find some other things, but I am happy to take that off for the brainstorming stage. Almost put that in the wrong place. And the next 3 are research on how to write trans characters, how to write deaf-mute characters, and how to write autistic characters. And all 3 of these, I can imagine, are gonna be this ongoing thing. I think I have done enough for my trans and deaf-mute characters that I am comfortable to write a rough draft. I will, again, need to do more of this eventually, but for now. I think autistic characters, I haven't started, basically, and there is an autistic character in Act 1, so I would like to do a bit of research for that this week, so that I'm ready to write her at the start of the writing retreat. And deaf-mute character also gets a star. I've just noticed that that actually says plus sign language, which I have not done, but we can do that while we go, right? Probably. And finally I have my fun section, so project journal, definitely done that. I made a whole video about that if you haven't seen it. Very proud of how it turned out. So you get a star. I can never tell which side's the sticky side and which side is the paper side. Project playlist, I've sort of been doing this in the background while doing the crafty side of things. So like while I was working on my project journal, I had my old project playlist in the background, and I've been adding songs to it and removing songs as I go. And then character art, I've made 3 out of 5 characters, but I've decided what the other 2 characters look like, so I think that's again enough to start drafting. And I might just make the other character at some point while I'm drafting, that's fine. And then we've got comp title list, which is literally still empty, but it's fine. I'm sure I will fill that up at some point. Creature art, I kinda wanna do pet profiles first, and I wanna decide if I want a pet first. So I don't expect this one's happening this week. I wanna do it at some point if we end up having a pet. And then the last one is read 1 craft book, and I am so proud of myself because I am over halfway through actually reading Save the Cat. Which I've never managed before. I have DNF'd that book so many times, and this is the furthest I've ever gotten, and I am so happy. I am not sure if I will be finishing it this week, but it's just a little something that I'm half on me now, and I can just read for a couple of minutes, and I'm finding it really nice. So I'm so proud of myself for getting over my aversion to craft books. Let's move all of this back out of the way. So having looked at that, I think the only real things that I absolutely need to get done by the end of the week are outlining and finalizing my magic system. And that sounds a lot less overwhelming. I think we can do that.
Morning comes with the early summer light. Curtains sway gently by the window, and you're sleeping. Tender wind dancing on my skin makes me stay in bed a little longer to hear you breathing.
The matches? They're there.
Are you safe matches? What are you going to do once you've lit the candle with the lit match? And that gets rid of it, does it?
Yeah. I thought you were thirsty.
No.
Okay.
I'm concerned about this.
Don't worry. Hello, pretty much as soon as I finished setting up the angle and getting the camera right, the battery light started flashing, so we're gonna see how long this lasts. But hi, nice to see you. It was my birthday yesterday. I am officially 30 years old, which feels kind of mental to me. I don't think it has quite sunk in yet, like I don't feel upset about it. But last year I was really upset about turning 29, so maybe I'm just kind of over it now, or maybe it just hasn't quite hit me yet, I'm not sure. Either way, I'm feeling pretty good. I kinda enjoy being 30, I guess. I had a really nice birthday. I left work early to go on a nice walk with my boyfriend, and I didn't take my camera, but I did film a couple of bits on my phone, and it was just like a really nice time out in nature. And then we got home, and I really wanted to have birthday brunch with my boyfriend. We were gonna go and leave work at lunch to go out for brunch somewhere, but I couldn't find a single place within a reasonable distance from where I work that served brunch after 12 p.m, which is when I get my lunch break. So what we decided to do instead was to make a brunch-like dinner. for my birthday dinner, and I had never made poached eggs before. I've heard that this is really difficult, so trying this for my birthday dinner probably wasn't the smartest move, but it didn't turn out terribly. They probably don't look the best, but they tasted pretty good. I'm really proud of this. They were delicious, and I had a really nice birthday dinner, and we had some cake, and I just generally had a really nice day. Didn't do any writing. It felt really strange because it's the first day in a year that I haven't done any writing at all. But we're back to being consistent now, back to working on the book, because we still have the deadline, we still have that writing retreat coming up, and I want to be ready to start drafting for then. As for how that is going, I have done a little bit of brainstorming for my outline. I think realistically I'm not going to figure out the rune magic system by the end of the week. It's just not feasible, and I don't really need to until maybe like a couple of chapters into Act 2. I haven't quite decided yet because I haven't quite made an outline yet. But I think outlining is really going to be my main priority before the trip, and I've got a loose outline of the whole story now, but I'm still figuring out the details, and I want to make sure that I'm very clear on what I'm doing for the first few chapters, especially chapter 1, because my previous attempt at writing this novel, I think chapter 1 is a bit flat and a bit boring and not the best place to start the story. So I really want to work out what I can do about that, if I can find a better way of starting the story. Yeah, and just make sure that I'm going to get to my writing retreat and feel like I know what I'm doing, and I'm not just gonna stare at the blank page and not write anything and just hesitate for the entire time. But I think we're on track for that. I think, you know, we've got plenty of time. It is Thursday today. So I still have a few days, and I think it's gonna be a good time.
When you say tea,
What's that? And then put some of your tea in a little Tupperware to take with.
okay.
I can't find my hiking trousers. It's not funny, I've been looking for them for 10 minutes. Come back!
What do you want me to do about it?
What?
What do you want me to do about
I
it?
don't know. Please ignore the absolute mess that is my background, but I was gonna take the time to film some of the packing, film some of the last bits of preparation, have a little properly angled chat before I leave to tell you about my last few writing sessions, as well as just the trip planning. I was halfway through the packing when I got a phone call saying that a little cottage cabin stay thing that we're going to is ready 4 hours early. So we've just speed packed everything else. We weren't going to leave until 2 p.m. It is 11:30 at the minute. But we might as well get there early now, so we just threw everything in a bunch of suitcases. The last bits of packing have been an absolute mess. And I guess we're off any second now. I'm gonna grab a quick bite to eat beforehand because it's a really long drive, and then we're going on a writing retreat. Ah, so exciting. I've been calling it a writing retreat. It's a writing retreat slash nature holiday slash romantic getaway, but I'm going to be writing and my boyfriend's gonna be working on a yet to be decided project. He does actually have a book idea as well, so I'm trying to convince him to work on that, but he also has some software projects that he wants to work on and some other bits, and we both have our Kindles on us. I'm taking my watercolors so I can paint, and I'm so excited. I will of course be filming as much as I can and bringing you along. That will be another video coming up very soon. And yeah, I absolutely cannot wait. I am so excited. I can edit that.